Good morning. So we've talked about living breath. We've talked about your lymph system. What's next? Well, what's next is life-giving water. So what is 75% of the planet made of? Water. What is the majority of your body made of? Water. If you removed all of the water from your body, you'd have a couple of pounds of bones and some minerals. The majority of everything around us that is healthy is made up of water. So one of the things after you got to do life-giving breath, you got to do movement in order to get that lymph to get everything out. But then the next thing, in order for your body to function, it needs to have healthy water in order to move all of this stuff around. It is necessary for all of the components of your body. It's necessary for the cleansing of your body. It's necessary for the electrical systems that go on inside these mini nuclear power plants, which are your cells. So the next step after breath and oxygen and elimination of toxins is to make sure that your body has plenty of life, health-giving water. So how do you do that? Well, so a lot of people, I got to drink 38 trillion gallons of water a day. And while you should drink half your body weight in ounces a day, and I do that using these types of containers. These are called Extreme Canteen, and they've got the stainless steel on the inside, which I don't know, some people say you shouldn't do the stainless steel, but and you should do glass. I do the stainless steel, and I do put lemon, which there's also some theories about stainless steel and lemon, but I put lemon in my water every day because it helps balance the pH in your body. It evens out the pH. But so half your body weight in ounces in water. Make sure it's healthy water. Make sure it's filtered water. The healthier the water, the better. But the great thing to do is do it with regards to your diet. And that's all the stuff that you see back there. 70% of your diet should contain water-rich foods. So one of the things I think you should do today is write down everything that has passed your lips this week. Everything. Every food, every drink, everything that has passed your lips. And then take a look at it and see if it's high in water content. Now, a couple of things. Anything canned, anything processed is not high in water content. Frozen concentrated orange juice is processed. That's actually not healthier than a can of Coca-Cola because they pasteurize, any orange juice in a container is the same as drinking pop. Because when they manufacture that, they process it. They pasteurize it just like they would pasteurize milk, which they cook it to a point where it actually becomes brown, and then they recolor it and put nutrients back in it. So essentially, that's pop. Anything anything in a glass, like cranberry juice and all of that stuff, that's all just processed sugar. That's all that is. So that's the same as drinking a Coke or a Diet Coke or a Mountain Dew. So that doesn't count. Natural fruit juices count, which means you squeezed them or somebody recently squeezed them for you. Those naked drinks, those are all processed. Those don't count. You can tell if it's natural because it'll sink. If you're my age, you remember when we used to get milk, we used to have to shake it. We used to have to shake the milk because it would separate. Well, that's because they didn't pasteurize it back then like they do now. They didn't destroy all the nutrients back then like they do now. So anything processed, even if it says orange juice or fruit juice or 100% real or made from 100% real, that's all processed nonsense. None of that counts. Milk does not count. Milk in your system, any dairy in your system becomes very thick. That's not water. That's not high content water. It's a liquid, but it's not a liquid that does good things in your body. Caffeine does not count because caffeine dehydrates you. I do drink coffee, but coffee dehydrates you, and coffee is not a great thing, so that doesn't count. Of course, alcohol doesn't count because that dehydrates you and does other stuff as well. Anything in a can doesn't count. whether it's a vegetable in a can or a fruit in a can or a drink in a can. Doesn't count. So what you're looking for is raw fruits and vegetables, their juices, seeds count, and sprouts. Those are high water content foods. Everything else does not count. So go back and take a look at your diet and see how much high water content foods that you eat. How many fruits, vegetables that hopefully are raw. If you cook the vegetables, so like you're not going to eat raw corn, but if you cook the vegetables, the less you cook them, the better. So like corn on the cob is around now. Drake Farms, south of Freeport, their corn on the cob is ready, and their corn on the cob is amazing. So if you take corn on the cob, obviously you're going to cook that, and the less you cook it, the more the nutrients are still there. So, but if the corn on the cob, comes from is frozen corn in a can, or corn in a can, then that's processed. That's no good. Now, if you blanch the corn and then peel it and then freeze it, when you reconstitute that, when you warm it back up, that counts. Okay, that's a high water content food because you froze the food in its natural state and then you'll thaw it and cook it. That counts. That counts as a high water content food. So that works. Freezing something works. When you cook it, then you start to lose some of the stuff, but obviously you're going to cook some things. You're going to cook a little bit, and that's okay. Just, the more natural way you can cook it, the better. So try not to cook it in the microwave, cook it on a stove, cook it on a grill. But the less you cook it, the more the nutrients are there. So raw fruits, raw vegetables, seeds, sprouts, and then filtered water or those things, they're juices, they're natural juices. Those are what you're looking for in terms of how much high water content food that you're getting. Anything that's not that is not high water content, and certain fruits and vegetables have a lot less water than others. So like bananas have a lot less water. Potatoes don't have a lot of water. What do you want? You want spinach, you want broccoli, and you want regular fruits. You want oranges, you want apples, you want lemons. I love mangoes. I love pineapple. I eat a ton of that. I eat a ton of watermelon right now. I eat a ton of avocados. I eat 1 or 2 avocados every day. Tremendous natural source of all kinds of vitamins in the world. They're a superfood. They're also a great source of fat. They're an unbelievably healthy food, and I just cut it in half. When I'm at a vet or traveling, I actually just bite the end of it off and just squeeze it into my mouth. Whenever I do that, somebody will always come up to me and go, "I've never seen anybody eat an avocado like that." And I might think to myself, "Well, yeah, only an animal would eat an avocado like that." But I cut it in half and put a little salt on it and just eat it, and it's an awesome snack. That's a great snack, easy, quick, super healthy. Mangoes I eat by the truckload. I eat a mango at least every day. Every day I will eat a mango, at least 1, 2 avocados. I'll have 1 or 2 apples. I'll eat strawberries, watermelon, pineapple. I'll eat that at a minimum every day. In terms of vegetables, I kind of stick with broccoli. I eat spinach every day. I eat blueberries every day. I usually do a smoothie in the morning that's got spinach and blueberries in it. Both of those are superfoods. They do tremendous things for you. You eat a little bit about what's in season. But 70% high water content foods. And by the way, when you do this, not only will you get more energy, but your health will get better. You'll start to lose weight. All kinds of things will start to work differently. But write down everything that you've eaten in the last week that you can help it. And then write down everything through the weekend. Everything that passes your lips. Everything that passes your lips. Write it down and then take a look and see how much of it is water content food. You do the living breath. You do the living movement to get your lymph system going, and 70% water content food. you're going to start feeling amazingly better. You're going to start looking better, and you're going to start losing weight quickly. That's my tip for today. Hope everybody has a great day. Thank you very much for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.